But to present one, whether it passes or not, whether it passes or not. I don't know if it's gonna pass 2 years in a row. I doubt it.
Good. How are you doing?
Being 6:30, I'm gonna open the public hearing for the FY27 school budget for the Southern Worcester County Regional Vocational School District Committee. With that, I'd like to ask everyone to stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Fire department regulations, notice of proper exits.
You'll notice 2 exits located over here. In case of an emergency, just go out there and follow the emergency exit signs. If those are blocked, we can exit through the doorway located over there. Again, go through that doorway and the other exterior door and follow the illuminated exit signs.
Thank you. Moving on, the superintendent reviews the FY27 budget.
Through the chair, so we have a slideshow this evening for the FY27 budget. This is the governor's budget. It's subject to change as it moves through the House and the Senate on that. So next slide, we highlight our core values. So our core values are posted throughout every room. You can see a poster up here, our graphics department put them up. Own it. We take full responsibilities for our actions and their impact on our shared community. We proactively identify challenges, set and achieve goals, and hold ourselves and one another accountable for maintaining a safe and supportive environment. We strive for excellence. We seek feedback, learn from mistakes, and look for ways to enhance our skills and processes. We persist through challenges and setbacks and use them as opportunities for growth. We have an attitude of gratitude. We foster a culture of respect and appreciation by recognizing the value in everyone's work, every shared experience. We are thankful for our team, our stakeholders, and the opportunity to make a difference. Our gratitude fuels our collaboration and strengthens our relationships. We act with integrity. We take ownership of our actions and outcomes, both individually and as an organization. Our words and actions align. We do what is right, not what is easy. We build trust by being transparent, reliable, consistent in all our actions and communications. Be kind. We are committed to building a community where everyone feels a sense of belonging. We treat each other with kindness, dignity, and empathy. We actively seek out and value diverse perspectives, knowing that our collective strengths come from the unique contributions of every individual. The next slide is, you're familiar with this. We use the same slide format year after year. Our FY27 budget summary. This is the statement of assessments. So we'll start with our Chapter 70 money. We're receiving $14,902,363. We have a number in for school choice assessment. This is estimated at $350,533. Our minimum contributions from our 10 towns is $12,459,053. There is no assessment above the minimum. Our fiscal year 26 interest, we add in and reduce the general operating budget with $150,000. This is relatively new. The second year we've done this. Our treasurer recommended putting our E&D in an interest-bearing account, and it's paying dividends, literally. So we're happy to do that. Our E&D will be transferring $75,000 to pay our OPEB transfer on that. So no cost to the towns on that. Total operation budget is $27,235,883. Our transportation budget for FY27 is $2,169,008. Of that, we received roughly 75% this year in Chapter 71. That's $1,621,678. We offset the cost, the assessment to the towns with our transportation reimbursement fund. We're happy to do $100,000 this year, thus bringing our assessment to our towns to $447,331. Our debt service, again, you can see that our principal is higher than our interest. We're paying that down, and that total is $1,550,428. No capital, no sewer betterment, those have been paid down. So our total FY 2027 budget for assessment, sorry about that. Missed a 6. Our total FY 27 budget for assessment is $30,955,319. We add in back our school choice of $350,533. That comes out to a total operating budget with school choice of $31,305,852. So what's the impact on BayPath? The impact on BayPath, you can see on slide 4, year over year, increase. Our chapter 70 increased $336,557, or roughly 2.3% over FY 26. Our minimum contributions, although we're not asking the town for any additional over assessment, it's important for our towns to know that their minimum contributions have gone up. So that's $845,258, or roughly 7.3% increase over FY 26. For a required net school spending increase of $1,181,815, or overall 4.5% increase over FY 26. So again, I already stated, although the assessments are at the minimum, it's important to note that the required minimum contributions each town must contribute have increased collectively by $845,258. Our member town transportation's assessment has decreased by $52,670 due to the increase in the regional transportation reimbursement funds, as well as the additional $100,000 from a transportation reimbursement fund to lower that cost to our 10 towns. So the next slide. Our total Chapter 70 revenue is $14,902,363. Our school choice assessment again is $350,533. Our Chapter 71 busing aid $1.6 million, and again we're using our E&D to offset or pay down our OPEB liability to the tune of $75,000, and our interest earnings are $150,000. So the budget impacts. The budget impact overall is a multi-departmental, qualitative, and equitable review of the budget and staffing patterns of all our departments to maintain student services and minimal local contribution from all our towns. Health insurance is the most volatile. It's the largest increase. We had an unprecedented and unaccounted for 20% increase of some during FY 26, which results in $750,000 additional. That occurred in October of 2025 due to our health insurance collaborative group that we're a member of. We'll carry that $750,000 into next year. We'll have to pay this year, so we're still looking to offset that. But that $750,000 carries over, as well as double-digit increase for health insurance next year as well. Right now, that stands at a minimum of a 12.5% increase, and with our current provider, and a high of 16% with our current provider. I do want to say that the volatility of our current provider doesn't leave us with a warm and fuzzy feeling that they'll be around. April 1st is the deadline for any of the 73 communities to pull out of that. And our feeling, based on what we've seen in our forecasts, is that they won't be around or that stable very long. So we are awaiting. We received our individual healthcare claims finally from our group insurance, and our consultant Orso has sent that out for quotes. So we look to have those back within the next couple of weeks on what insuring ourselves going out on our own will be, and we'll share that out. And we'll have IAC meetings internally with our bargaining units to talk about that as well. Other budget impacts, we continue to use our SO funds to provide social and emotional support to our students, as well as training to all our staff. And this budget includes a contractual wage increase for all employees. We're currently looking at 4 collective bargaining agreements this year that we're negotiating. Freshman seat allocations are allocated annually based on the school-age children population of our 10 towns. So you can see each individual town located on here for a total of 16,485 school-age children in a collective draw area. We take that and we calculate the ratio, we take that ratio and then multiply it by the total number of seats we have available, 330. We're holding at 330 again this year. So you can see the allocation on that. Next slide is foundation enrollment. So that's incoming freshmen. Foundation enrollment is the total number of students from each town that is currently attending Bay Path. So here you can see the FY27, FY26, and what the difference are between those towns. That fluctuates just like the school-age children population fluctuates. So some towns will have a higher draw allocation or a lower draw depending on that. And you take the combination of all those, you can see the difference. Auburn, will most likely ask about the $300,000 increase. That increase is due to, municipal revenue growth factor that the town puts in, as well as 13 additional students on that. Charlton goes down 13 and so forth on that. These numbers are important for the next slide. So these are the statement of assessments. You can see all 10 towns listed here. You can see the first column is minimum contributions. So we take the $12,459,053, and that's divided up for all the towns. You can see the foundation enrollment for a total of 1,237 students, and we calculate the ratio, and that ratio is used to divide up the 447,330 assessment for transportation, and you can see the individual town amounts there. Capital population again with the ratio, and that's how debt service or any capital improvement will be allocated on that. So you can see the total assessment per town, and the total assessment for all 10 is $14,456,811. The next slides are a breakdown per town, or 10 towns, of what their minimum contribution and a year-over-year difference from FY26. So again, you can see that Auburn has an increase of $284,861. Again, knowing that it's a minimum local contribution on that, but that's a combination again of the municipal growth factor that's applied by the DOR, as well as the increase of 13 students on that. So their overall increase goes up 16.16%. Charlton goes up 2.87. Again, they had 13 less students on those. Dudley goes up 8.07%. North Brookfield goes down 11.07%. Oxford down 4.34%. Paxton up 17.52%. Rutland up 8.43%. Southbridge up 2.12%. Spencer up 11.4%. Webster up 6.06%. That's it.
All right, thank you very much.
Sure.
Question. I'm sorry.
So that's what I was gonna do, I was gonna say, questions from the committee, and this is a public hearing, so, and from the public, it's just a little typographical here, so. Any questions, please let me know.
Okay. Can we go back to the Paxton slide?
Sure.
Thanks. Obviously, it's good. We're gonna have to do some talking back at the ranch due to the heavy increase. Is it really just enrollment here? Is that all this is?
I can look at Paxton Foundation enrollment.
Can be enrollment and the marginal revenue growth,
Yeah.
growth factors.
Paxton went up 5 students, so good.
What's that? Paxton had?
5 students.
Yeah, okay.
They went up 5 students. They had 42 last year, in fiscal year 27, 47.
Yeah.
It's allocated. So that's a significant increase because that's the total tuition, vocational tuition included, chapter 70 and 74.
Got it. Okay.
Thank
you much.
Any other questions?
Can we go back to Charlton from there?
Good. No question.
Mr.
Charlton went down 13.
Mike?
Can we have those spreadsheets sent out to the individual school committee members so that we have them going into the town FinCom meetings?
They will be, and that'll be the presentation that we always bring to the town.
But just wanted to have this in advance.
So we will, they were in the packet, but we will
Right.
also, before the meeting, we send it out, because we'll send it to the town. As soon as tonight's over, we start in Spencer tomorrow night, and we'll send them a copy of this once
Appreciate it.
it's approved.
Any other questions? Don?
Excuse me. So as far as the budget impacts, you don't foresee any new hiring of staff or administrators or anything like that for this upcoming year?
No new hires.
Any other questions? Public too? Okay. If there are no others, we can move into entertaining a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so with that, the public hearing is now closed, and we're gonna go right into the regular meeting of March 2nd, 2026. Typically, we go through the Pledge of Allegiance, but we have done that, so I'm gonna skip down past fire department regulations and go right to the approval of the minutes, which are the regular meeting minutes of February 2nd, 2026. So moved. So
Second.
motion and a second. Any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Approval of warrant. One abstention. Thank you. Warrants, they are going around and there is a bunch of them. So please make sure you have 10 minutes of your time to sign your name to all those. And then with that, I will entertain a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. E, review of budget, year-to-date expenditure report through February 2026. Mrs. Schofield.
So yeah, through the chair, so this is a report, I don't love this report, so I'm kind of a little bit more to get you guys a more concise report in the coming weeks, but I wanted to make sure that there was a report, this month with expenditures from, January 1st to end of February for, in the new system. So everything that will go from the legacy system to this system, so we're working on creating better, more easy to read reports for you guys to look at the monthly stuff, as well as including grant reports as well as we move forward, so.
Any questions from Mrs. Schofield regarding it? Thank you for getting the report in there this month. I know you guys been, between the budget and everything else, working your tails off to get this in. So, any questions? Okay, moving on. Correspondence. Emery? Excellent. Student Advisory Committee, David will not be here with us tonight. He is out for some family reasons. I believe he said it was a family member passed away.
David lost his maternal grandmother, so the family went back for the services.
So our thoughts are looking for that. No old business tonight. Citizen participation. Anybody from the public? Yeah, if you could stand up, just say your name.
David Singer, Charlton, Massachusetts. Forgive me for the delay in getting back here. Life has a way of getting in the way. But I made a promise to certain families and parents, and I intend to keep it, and I'm doing that tonight. So this may be more of a formality, but I had come here back in December with complaints on behalf of some parents, and I had made a promise to them that I would never let it go. And I would come back and try to find out what happened, what came of it, what information I can bring back to those families, so that they can feel as though I didn't ignore them, I won't, that's why I'm here. But I want to be able to hopefully deliver to them some kind of message from this school committee, related to the complaint I had brought to the school on their behalf back in December. I had met with the teacher in question, with HR, and with the principal. And after that night, I was unable to get back until now to find out whatever happened. And so to this day, I have no answers for those families or those parents, what to tell them happened after that night. I was hoping to go back and provide them with answers.
Okay. So I don't know as to exactly every bit of that meeting because we're not privy to that part. So what I would ask is superintendent, and I know Mr. Packard was there, if we could follow up with a response, for that. Okay? So what we'll do is we will get you something, in our public comment, Mr. Singer, we don't do dialogue and debate. We just hear from the public, and then we can move on from that point. So what I will do is, I'll work with Mr. Brenner in getting a response out to you that we can meet all the requirements of that response, if that makes sense to you.
It does, I just hope that, it doesn't take as long as it took me to get back. Obviously, that's on me, that's my fault.
Yep.
But I would like to get back to them, and I'm hoping beyond hope that what I get to come back to them with from you isn't just, because there's enough of that. And right now, there's a lot going on in all of our schools. Baytime is not alone in this. And so I'm involved with a lot of different schools right now in groups addressing this wherever it's come up. And so I'm hoping to get a concrete response.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, is it fair to say we can have Mr. Singer respond? Okay,
Especially.
before the end of this week, you will have someone from the school, either Dean or Mr. Brenner, reach out to you. Does that work? Yep. Excellent, thank you very much. Any other public comment? Okay, with that, I will move on. For new business, recognitions.
Sure, through the chair, 2 recognitions. I'd like to recognize our second shift night custodian supervisor, Ken Wright, who just retired last Friday, February 27th, after 19 years of service. So we had a nice little gathering and recognized all of Ken's dedicated and hard work. So congratulations to Ken, and we wish him all the best. And while they're here, I'd like to recognize the event team for their mid-grant review, which many of you attended, and those who did know how spectacular they did in articulating their project, their progress on their project and their needs. So congratulations to them as well.
Excellent. Thank you. Moving on to presentations, right to the Levelson MIT Invent Teams update. You guys are taking the whole agenda tonight.
Hi, we're all members of the event team.
Oh,
Yeah, would you like this?
yeah, I mean, again, if we do have a camera over here, if you guys would like to come over and get a little FaceTime, that would be great.
Yeah, so, hi, I'm Emily. I'm one of the administrative leads for our event team here, and so we're just gonna give a little more formal of an update to you guys on how our progress is going so far. And like we said before, we had our mid-grant technical review on February 10th, where it was open to the public. It was held here in the cafeteria, and that was a really big success for us. We had about 85 members of both the school and the community come and support us and ask us questions on our progress so far, and we had a lot of help from the school and the shops here. We had a sand pit built by Carpentry and Masonry lend us some sand so that we could have a live demonstration of just trying to move the wheelchair through the sand, and we had culinary help provide us with some snacks and everything for the mid-grant review. And overall, it was really nice to see all the support from the community and everyone, and thank you for that.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
I'm Brian, I'm the technical lead, and we've purchased materials to finish our track for the wheelchair, and we should be on our way on completing the wheelchair by the end of March to the beginning of April.
I'm Paul. We raised enough to be able to fund a trip to MIT for their open house on March 27th and 28th. To do this, we held up a 50-50 fundraiser for the teachers. We collected donations from anyone who wanted to donate at the mid-grant review. We received a $1,200 donation from Ron and Janet Gobbin, and our current expenditure is around $3,500 of our Perkins and MIT grants.
My name is Giselle.
And with the money we've spent, we were able to buy the exact replica of the wheelchair that our beneficiary uses. So that'll be able to help us if we can remove the exact parts and see how everything works together. And so we were invited to present what we did at the mid-grant technical review at Charlton Middle School for a class of the middle schoolers. And we were also on the radio, WXLO, and they invited us back. So whenever we want to go, we can go and present again.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent. That's fantastic. And then you'll see down on our agenda tonight, we are also going to be voting, I believe, for a field trip for you guys to do an overnight. So, congratulations, keep up the good work. It's an excellent thing you guys are undertaking. All right. Our next presentation is going to be the adoption of the FY27 school budget.
Through the chair. This item is at the discretion of the school committee. The FY27 school budget was presented tonight, Monday, March 2nd, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. at the public hearing. The budget totals $31,305,852. The superintendent director, the school business manager, and the budget subcommittee recommend the school committee vote to approve the FY27 budget in the amount of $31,305,852 as submitted.
And there's some special language that we need to make sure gets in this motion. So before we make the motion, do we have that language? Because it's pending legislative approval and I need to make sure we have that in the motion. So it's in the pack. So please make sure we have that. And then I'll entertain that motion.
Does it suffice to say that this is based on the governor's budget?
Yes.
And as it makes its way through, subject to change as it makes its way through the House and Senate,
To be adjusted.
to be adjusted accordingly.
Yes.
All right, sorry, at the front.
Sorry.
Superintendent.
I'll read it for you. All right, so I'm gonna entertain a motion that the, let's see. Hold on. Yep, that the school committee vote to approve the FY27 budget in the amount of $31,305,852 as submitted, pending the final action of the legislature, with the school committee reconvening at a later date if needed to amend the FY27 budget and assessments to reflect the final action of the legislature.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion, questions, comments? Okay, being none, I'm gonna call for a roll call vote on this. So, this will be for approval of the budget. Katie is absent. Mary Barrow.
Yes.
Al Beeland.
Yep.
Jim Caldwell is absent. Richard Clark.
Aye.
Kirsten. Don Gillette.
Yes.
Dave Grenier.
Yes.
Mary Johnson.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Don Montville.
Yes.
Anne Marie Pantos.
Yes.
Mike Pantos.
Yes.
Peter Scherr.
Yes.
Tim Scherr.
Yes.
Vacant. I know how they're voting. Mike T. Berry.
Yes.
Bob Tremblay.
Yes.
Jeff Wenzel.
Yes.
Bob Dukowski.
Yes.
All right, the motion carries unanimously with everyone here. I want to take a few minutes and thank the budget subcommittee for meeting. This was an extremely arduous task. Cindy, thank you very much. I mean, I know this was your first one. It was, by yourself, a real challenge. And I know Kylie had a lot of input in that. I mean, everyone did. So thank you to everyone who did that. Now we begin the real hard work. Every finance committee, every town meeting. So the next, month and a half to 2 months of your lives, and mileage will be driving between those 10-member towns. So thank you very much for that. We're going to move on to the approval of outside project, Town Gazebo Bandstand, Rutland, Mass.
Sure, through the chair. Mr. Tripp, Pokovicius, vocational director, received a request from the town of Rutland for our electrical students to install lighting at the town gazebo/bandstand. Mr. Verham visited the site and believes this will be an appropriate and beneficial project for our students. The scope of the work includes installation of direct and indirect lighting as well as up to 3 electrical outlets. All material costs for the project will be covered by the town of Rutland. The superintendent director and the vocational director recommend the school committee vote to approve the outside project for the town of Rutland as submitted.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. D, approval of new revolving account, STEM Club.
So through the chair, the superintendent director and the business manager recommend the school committee vote to approve a new revolving account for the STEM club to ensure timely access to funds for competitions and materials and to allow for proper financial oversight and accountability.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Real quick question. If we're approving this account, do we ever see the balances from the other accounts that are already, that are created? Is that something that we should be looking at, or?
Which other account?
Well, any
For the
other,
STEM club or
any other.
Any of the revolving accounts?
Yes.
So typically, we don't get them in our monthly expenditure report. However, you can always ask the business manager for a copy of the balances. And then as part of our audit, our financial audit, it's in the documents that get audited.
Those are audited.
And that we do approve the audit on.
Because obviously that was one area that was,
In
that
the
was in
past,
trouble.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
So they are included in our financial audit as well.
Okay.
Any recommendations of that then get rectified by the business manager as well.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. What do you know? Approval of donations for the STEM Club.
That'll be our account.
Plus the account. The superintendent director and the business manager recommend the school committee vote to approve a total of $2,772 in donations for the STEM club. These funds were collected through various donors and will be used to support the club's trip to the MIT Invent Team's open house.
So moved.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. F, approval of 2026-2027 school calendar, and please note that there's an asterisk on the graduation date because we're waiting for confirmation from DCU. So that's one note I was given before I forget to mention that.
Right. So through the chair, attached in your packet, please find the proposed 2026-2027 school calendar. Please note that the first day for teachers is Monday, August 31st. Grade 9 students will report on Monday, August 24th, and the first day of school for all students in grades 9 through 12 will be September 2nd. And also that the graduation will be filled in as soon as it's verified through the DCU. The superintendent director and the principal recommend the school committee vote to approve the 26-27 school year as submitted.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Sorry.
None?
I did see that, I thank whoever created the calendar. I think it was a suggestion from the staff to put the open house and the school tours on either the same week or the same day. And I see that that is the case. But I don't know what A week, B week, what that means anymore. I forgot. Is during that week, who's in the shop? Can you answer that? Yeah, I'm sure you could.
What week is it?
Skip through the chair, A weeks, freshmen, seniors, B week, juniors, sophomores.
So that is, so junior, senior will be in the shop, perfect, right?
Sophomore, junior.
Sophomore, junior will be in the shop,
Sophomore, junior.
perfect, thank you.
Yes, sir. Any other questions? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. G, awarding of 2026-2027 house project and updates for current project.
And so through the chair, the superintendent director, the vocational director, and the house selection committee recommend the school committee vote to award the 26-27 house project to Miss Donna Gagney for a 900 square foot accessory dwelling unit, ADU, to be built at 16 Allen Ave in Oxford, Massachusetts.
Okay,
So moved.
I have a motion.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Mr. Scher?
Is this an in-law apartment setup?
So it's a separate dwelling unit. It's a completely standalone, and there's plans. So the state has allowed what they call accessory dwelling units, ADUs. They used to be like an in-law apartment, they call them. This is a new designation, ADU, that Typically, right, you can build it and a family member will move out there, or, things like that.
Yeah, it's the new language in the code for in-law. Okay,
But in the packet, you can see that it's a standalone ranch style.
it's true.
3 bedrooms. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yep. So, any other questions? Being none, I will call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And as part of that, updates for current project before I jump. So, Mr. Tripp.
Sure, so through the chair, plumbing, they're thinking the rough will be done by the end of this week, hoping to schedule the rough inspection the end of next week. Electrical's rough inspection will be next Friday, the 13th. Once they're done, carpentry's been waiting on them for their rough inspection, so one step after the other. Cabinet making is still working with the homeowner in the design phase, we'll have a better update next month on that. So progressing as planned and on time.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, moving on. Approval of field trips. H1 Robotics Team 2026 National Robotics Challenge in Marion, Ohio.
Through the chair, Mr. Tate Oski, lead teacher for advanced manufacturing, as well as the Bay Path Robotics team advisor, approached Principal Packard with an opportunity for the team to attend the 2026 National Robotics Challenge in Marion, Ohio, from April 15th to the 19th. Up to 12 students will attend with 2 Bay Path instructors and 2 Corey Check volunteers from outside of Bay Path. Participating students will be required to pay an estimated $500 to $700 for airfare and hotel. All of the costs will be paid using the robotics revolving account. The superintendent director and the principal recommend the school committee vote to allow up to 12 students and 2 Bay Path instructors to attend the 2026 National Robotics Challenge in Marion, Ohio from April 15th to 19th.
So moved. Second. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 2, STEM Club, MIT, open house for 2025-2026 Invent Teams participants. And this is an overnight trip.
Through the chair, Ms. Christine Wade, science instructor, as well as the Bay Path STEM Club advisor, approached Principal Packard with an opportunity for the STEM Club to attend the MIT Invent Teams open house in Cambridge, Massachusetts from March 28th through the 29th. 8 students will attend with 3 Bay Path instructors, 1 instructor. 3 Bay Path instructors, 1 instructor, or 2. What do you do? I thought it was 1 Bay Path instructor and 1 chaperone. 1 chaperone. So 2. So 1 Bay Path instructor and 1 Corey Check volunteer will stay overnight. Total estimated cost is approximately $2,100, which will be paid out of the STEM revolving account. The superintendent director and the principal recommend the school committee vote to allow up to 8 students and 1 Bay Path instructor and chaperone to attend the MIT Invent Teams open house from March 28th to 29th.
So moved.
I have a motion and a
Second.
second. Any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Joy.
Right, moving on. Information and proposals. Report from the superintendent director.
Through the chair, I submitted a written report. I do want to call out that our road show starts tomorrow with Spencer, and you can see the other towns. If the date has been determined, you're welcome to join. Just email us and let us know, and we'll send you the packets as we send them to the town as well for those. So that's it.
Excellent, thank you. Moving on, audit subcommittee. Nothing to report yet. They haven't met. I believe the audit was getting started.
So the audit's just about done, they're just waiting on one piece of it. The plan is to hopefully have the audit come to the school committee meeting in April. They have till March 31st to submit it to DESI, so it has to be done this month.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll get an audit subcommittee notice out for the subcommittee members and get something on the schedule. Budget subcommittee, there's a typo on here. Tim Shore is not the chair. No, phew. Don Gillette was able to get selected unanimously and begrudgingly.
The budget subcommittee brought the budget before you tonight. Hope you all liked it.
Unanimous vote. Good job.
It is what it is, John. Well done.
All right. Moving on, Building and Ground Subcommittee has not met this year. Negotiation Subcommittee, Dave Grenier.
Ongoing negotiations, both with paras and between RVTA, we had 3 meetings in March.
Excellent. Thank you. Policy Subcommittee, Peter.
Nothing to report.
I bet that feels good finally. to
Oh, it
say that.
does. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, warrant subcommittee. Warrants are available for signatures by all school committee members at monthly meetings and during the day at the school. Please call before you come in to be sure someone is available, and there are warrants that need to be signed. Moving on from there, with me, future business. Meeting date. Regular school committee meeting will be held at 7 p.m. Monday, April 6th in this room. Topics for the future agenda, reach out to either Leah, Kyle, or myself, and we will do our best to accommodate and get it on the agenda. With that, I'll move on to remarks from the superintendent director.
Sure, through the chair, just again, I want to recognize all the work from the business office and our department leads and top admin for the work done on the budget and the budget subcommittee for meeting separately to go over the budget and come to conclusion to present tonight. I also want to congratulate the event teams. Again, the opportunity that these students have to fundraise, write grants, design, present, get customer, feedback, user feedback is beyond high school level, and many in college don't get those opportunities to do that. So incredible work, incredibly well spoken, and great job all around on that. The next and last I want to call out for two things. The lottery, our first annual admissions lottery, will be this Friday at 3 p.m. live streamed from our lecture hall. Any school committee that wants to attend is welcome to attend and sit in the audience of the lottery. It will be Facebook live streamed out from that, recorded and certified that evening. So you're welcome to attend it, or you're welcome to just join in live from home. We'll send out that link as soon as it's ready. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. And the last is I just want to send David our condolences for the loss of his grandmother.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm going to move this way tonight. Mike, do you have any comments?
Yeah, question. How are we doing with the Yoda pouches? They working?
Yonder?
Yonder, Yoda. They're supposed to hold your cell phone?
Through the chair.
I guess we'll go with Yoda.
I like that. Through the chair, they are working. They're working in that, and we just heard this morning from our student advisory council to the superintendent. Overall, they're working. There are no cell phones seen in the hallways and the common areas. There's still a struggle within individual classrooms on that. So we continue to, toe the party line that they should be away, that consequences should be meted out if they are seen. Did I miss anything? I mean, just this morning,
Through the chair, just to add to what Superintendent Brenner is saying, we do have a distraction-free environment in school throughout the learning process, and that was the ultimate goal with this. Policing 1,200 students to put a pouch in front of us every single day is a arduous task at best, and I give a lot of credit to the administrative team holding the line to the level that they can. And what I mean by that, we were fighting off fake phones and pouches, every single day. I don't have it, but it's in my back pocket. The reality is this: they're not coming out. You don't see them out at lunchtime. You don't see them out in the hallways. You don't see them out in the classrooms. And when we do, we act upon it like we should. Students are happy because they're able to speak to one another and have conversations. And I do think it's brought the temperature of the school for the kids down quite a bit. We're never going to stop social media. We're never going to stop connectivity with cell phones. It's always going to be out there. But I think we did a really progressive step forward, and we have to think really strategically next year on how we continue to build upon this.
Last week I was here, just to add to what Mr. Packard said, I was here for the town manager breakfast, and Mr. Tripp took us through just about every shop with the town managers to give a tour. And as we walked into there and through the hallways, during bells, you didn't see one kid on a phone. And I mean, I can't tell you that's how it is all the time. I mean,
How about the regular academic classes, like science and
we didn't walk through those, so I can't answer that.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious. How was other classes?
I don't have any cell phone phones in my class.
That's excellent.
Because I bumped into a teacher recently.
So, and
I think you'll get a mixed bag on that, though. You will get, and that's exactly what we're, you know, what they say, out of the mouths of babes, they tell us,
Yeah.
you know, and that's exactly what one, you know, articulate young man said this morning is, you know, because it was like, we know you gave up. We're not wanting students coming.
Oh, I understand.
There's a level of, you
The
know,
goal is
respect
to
and
pay attention
understanding.
in class.
So, right.
and from what I'm hearing, not to interrupt, I have teachers right here that are saying that they're.
Yeah, I need to this in softwares, and I don't have, they're not on their phones at all.
And that goes to the culture. The juniors had a few years of free access, so some will fight.
How long has it been in place now? 3 years?
This is our second
Second year. So
1.5 years.
you'll see better compliance, for lack of better, with the younger.
I heard just the opposite from the teacher. I bumped into it. That's why I wanted to hear it.
But that's why I said the mixed bag is.
There are pockets of individuals who would block it. Yeah, they don't see the value in the fight at times. So again, it's, you know, we deal with that as it pops up.
Yeah.
We are light years ahead of where we were, and we have to celebrate that. It's a monumental shift, like I said. Any school that's undergone this transformation, it's taking time. And it doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't.
But that's it. Yeah, the tours, you won't see them in the hallways or the cafeteria.
Excellent.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Grenier?
Yeah, just the thanks to Mr. Brenner and to Schofield for their hard work on the budget, sitting through on the subcommittee that Don graciously accepted as chair. And you can tell a lot of work went into this, and just want to thank them for their hard work on it.
Excellent. Kirsten?
I got a chance to go to the Invent Team's mid-grant review, and I thought it was really well put together, and I did like the sandpit demonstration. I thought it was pretty good, adding into it. Yeah, it was really good.
Excellent. Thank you. Well said.
Mr. Lago, the earlier comment, congratulations to the event team, for faculty and students. It's amazing, big path at MIT. I mean, years ago, who would have thought it?
Right. Mary? Excellent. Mary squared. Okay. All set, thank you. All right. Emery? All set. Thank you. Al?
After you.
Oh, that usually takes up my time and going to the average. 100 words or less, you got it. Peter, sure?
Congratulations to the STEM team and good luck when you're in MIT. I think you'll do very well. And also kudos to the budget preparation by Mr. Brenner and Ms. Schofield.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say again, congratulations to the STEM team also at Ditto here, but great work on the budget, putting it together. It's never easy, so appreciate that. And thanks for hosting the town administrators. I do have some particular feedback I'd like to share. Our town administrator said he's never met somebody with so much energy. He said, I was blown away.
Chat for that yet?
Yeah, he was blown away, so congratulations, Dean.
He had a straw in the coffee pot.
He wanted me to, I said, I'll happy to do it. It just, the team is doing great work in Paxton on our project, so thank you very much. I toured it this morning. It's just great. They had everything organized, even to stacking the dumpster. It was terrific, so great to see. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Good. Thank you. Okay, Bob?
Congratulations to students and the entire team. Thank you for the work on the budget committee. You have our administrators well prepared to start their road trip tomorrow in Spencer.
Yes. Yes. And Mr. Chubb?
Congratulations on the STEM team as well. Just wanted to say I was out here on Friday. My daughter had brought her class. She's an Oxford High School teacher. And she brought her special ed class up. And I just want to say that the whole culinary arts team did a great job. And especially the server, who I don't know what her name was, but she was phenomenal. And I want to thank Kyle for stopping by and seeing them, and they were all excited about it. So they loved the school. They did a nice job.
So, thank you. All right. I won't say anything. You got that clicker for 100 left? Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Bailey.
Well, I would like to share some personal information. And I want to thank everybody that I'm able to serve here with you and the excellent job that you do to keep this school at the highest level. And no matter who I talk to, it's really a welcoming hearing to say Bay Path is a wonderful school. And the other part of me being a veteran, our veterans, this Memorial Day, Thursday before Memorial Day, we're gonna do again. This will be my 10th time to do it, which I'm very, very happy and proud to do. And the other thing is, tomorrow, I'm gonna receive the second largest Air Force Medal Commendation for doing a courageous job back 65 years ago when I had my F-102 fighter. And they brought the refueling unit out and we got an emergency call of another plane coming in with landing gear problems. All the fire department was on the runways and this refueling unit caught on fire. Sprayed the gas out, got on me, I got on fire. I put myself out with a fire extinguisher, put the unit out also, and I had just completed a fire course two months before. So them recognizing me for that tomorrow and the situation, I would like to also ask every one of you, knowing that I'm an Air Force, I've flown with many pilots, many crews, and we just lost 3 F-15 fighter pilots in Kuwait, and I'd like to have you just do a silent mental thought and prayer for the families of those 3 pilots. Thank you.
Thank you. I couldn't have topped that no matter how hard I tried, so congratulations for tomorrow. And that was 104 words, and I'm gonna tell you. So, I mean, with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion and a second, any discussion? Being none, I'll call for the vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7:23.